And here on the executive stage, we have the when the gap demands a metamorphosis. So I have, I believe, the Italian team here.
Yeah,
Matteo, I will
yeah.
leave it with you.
Okay, nice. I just let the team speak, and I don't wanna waste their time. So Sergio, just start.
Sure. Thank you, Matteo. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to the people that are connected to us, to Michela and to Mauro, who will be joining me with the presentation, and also you and our colleagues that are here in order to spend some time together and recap a little bit what we have done so far. What we are talking about today is the concept of metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is a traumatic event in the life of any creature that is subject to this kind of event. You feel like a caterpillar, you are in a good shape in your current status, but then at a certain point, you feel that you need to change. And in order to become a new creature, you have to pass a process that is both scary because you have to go beyond your current body and become something new. Of course, understanding when it is time to change your shape and to become something new and different is something that goes beyond the daily routine of improvement. So it's something that has its roots in the Kaizen, but then it is something different. In order to let you understand what we do and what we are, I will introduce you FPZ, the company I run. And we will start from our purpose. Our purpose is inspiring people and pushing the limits for a responsible industry development. What does it mean? It is that we are prone to accept new challenges and do things that we never did before. We apply this in the context we live in. That is an industrial context where we make three different kinds of machines: the blowers, that are machines that just blow air in industrial processor or suck air, while we make industrial fan that are quite big and provide air to several different kind of application, and the metering pumps that we use in order to add some chemicals in some different industrial processes. We have 4 production plants. We serve 70 countries. We are directly present in many, many different industries. And in order to provide an idea of what we did regarding our Hoshin Kanri, the way we deploy our strategy, I will leave the stage to Mauro Mantovanelli.
Thanks, Sergio. Now I will explain to you what is for us the Hoshin Kanri. For us, the Hoshin Kanri was a linear path where we want to achieve our economical and statistical and financial results, and where we want to achieve a conscious approach to strategic project. We started the Hoshin Kanri in 2017, and we thought that the path and the journey was very linear, very simple, but we discovered that this journey was not so easy, and we found a lot of problems and obstacles on our journey. We encountered a lot of problems like siloed structure, like lack of alignment on the top-down dissemination of the strategy, we had the problem with our structure because maybe it was not able to allow a change in the strategy, and also that the consideration that Hoshin Kanri operating system was only something ancillary to the daily work. And so when we found this situation, we had a lot of problems, and it was a moment for us for a deep understanding of what we have to do for the future. And thanks to Sergio and to the team that work for the strategy, we start from our purpose, and we understood that we had to work on the structure of the Hoshin Kanri. And so now I leave the stage to Michela that will explain to you what we did for this project.
Thank you, Mauro. Okay, guys, let's see in real life what are the main important milestones in this new Hoshin Kanri journey. So, let's open the Obeya in real life. Thank you, Sergio. Okay. We can start from here and gaining the awareness delivered by the purpose, we started some brainstorming and workshop session with all the top management in the FPT. And in this workshop that are not a linear or an easy path, but we discovered how to translate our purpose in 3 strategic lines. Then, with this 3 strategic line, we build also the results and the KPI section of the X matrix. And after gaining all the consensus from the top management, we start the building of the 4 tactics to achieve, obviously, this result. Okay, so move here. We can see 4 boards where we put our tactics, and the tactics were built by the responsible and the accountable. And here you can see the A3 for every tactic and the main KPIs. Obviously, these tactics have some sub-projects and some corrective or improvement action for achieving the results for every task. So we put many effort in spread and deployment the strategic lines with our operational teams. And we start building a new project management system to deploy all of these new projects in our organization. How we can do that? We started building a macro Gantt of all the projects that we defined inside all the tactics. And here you can see also a very, very big picture where we can see all the interconnection between the activities that highlight the interdependencies between all the projects. You have to put many attention in this phase because the Rachi matrix is very important to ensure alignment with all the teams involved. So another thing that we do here is put many effort in the communication and in the leadership teams, because as you can see from our purpose, we believe that a conscious and inspirational leadership is the main things to achieve the deployment of the strategy. So now I want to ask to our CEO, Sergio, why the conscious leadership is so important in our new Hoshin Kanri path and journey.
Oh, thank you. Before going on that, I would ask you a question.
Yes.
We used to have econometrics and tactics.
Yes.
Even in our previous run, when Mauro indicated we had some troubles. And then you are now showing us this Gantt and chart that appears to be quite complex. Can you tell us a little bit regarding how much the people that have a tactic has to rely on this, and how much this is a tool for you and the team that takes care of the handling of the system?
Yes, of course. Thank you for the question. This is a very complex system, but its purpose is the big picture of all the project. So it's something that is very useful for the Hoshin team, for the meeting of the Hoshin teams. But inside all the tactics, the internal team of the tactics don't have necessarily rely on this, but can put down some more flexible method for project management. So every team can deploy the project with a fixed method in some standard, but maintaining the adaptability. So in let me tell, an agile framework.
Thank you. So in fact, this is a tool that makes a huge difference compared to our previous attempt, because we did not have something having the direction of the system. And so we were working on the content, but not on the framework. And so in this context, I want to say thank you to you, Michela, to Mauro, and to the whole people and organization team, because this made a huge difference in order to allow us understand and become more conscious. You were mentioning before about the conscious leadership and also about the communication. We have this stage here that we are using to show you what we do, but it's not just here because of you. In fact, this is our Oblea, and it is totally open to our people, because anybody has the possibility to come here and see what is the direction for the company and the organization, and what we want to do now and tomorrow. And so in this context, we are better able to understand what is the critical path for our future, what are the projects that can prevent us succeed in the time that we want. And moreover, we can understand when our skin is too small for our dimension that we reached. And so coming back to the example of the caterpillar and the butterfly, the ability of having such a place to understand the complexities and to understand the interconnections and to see if we are in line or not with our goals, that really allow us perform changes in our organizational structure and go above our current size. And of course, you can imagine for such a little animal, it must be a stressful change, even though you cannot put yourself in the shoes of a caterpillar. But all of us, we know how complex it is to deal with such a big changes in an organization and in the life. And so it is important that whenever we achieve one of our goals, we don't forget to celebrate and to raise our glasses and say cheers and thank you to everyone who takes part of this kind of change. And so thank you to all of you.
Sergio, I ask you some question. I know because I follow you in this metamorphosis, and can you hear me, Sergio?
Yes, perfectly, Matteo.
Okay. I follow you in the metamorphosis, so and I know also the history you had before this transformation, and I would like to ask you what are the main differences you see from caterpillar to butterfly? What are the main differences in also in the management or in the activities or in the tactics you choose?
Well, one that is very simple to describe is a physical evolution that we had in our spaces, and that is the transformation from a traditional factory that has a machining shop, assembly shop, testing department, in a cellular manufacturing organization. So now we have several micro factories inside our factory, and this is allowing us unlock many new features. So like for a butterfly that you can fly, we cannot exactly fly, but it is now easier to duplicate a production cell and bring it to one in the United States where we have a manufacturing plant, one maybe in South America, one we have a super cool project related to the sustainable energy that will be carried out with the special materials in Asia. And so we will put a manufacturing cell in Asia specifically for that kind of market need. So this is one of the most visible changes, while others are related to the knowledge that sometimes you call a business unit, what is in fact a company that is making product and selling product, and we have to be able to call with the proper name what it is. And so it is less easy to tell the story in this context, but in that instance, for example, you can understand and put in place the best management tools in order to help any organization succeed in our group.
Okay. At the level of the Hoshin Kanri, if I can add something, compared to the past, it's one of the biggest difference I can see is that now you have, as Michela said, four main tactics, just four, that are not defined in silos, so one for each of the department, but are completely intercorrelated and oblige your guys to work together for a common target. I think this one maybe is one of the turning point. What do you think about?
Yeah, actually, this is something that we already understood in our previous attempt. We arrived at the point that we understood that you cannot have a functional tactic, something that is carried out just in manufacturing or a technical area, for example. And we became stronger, and now that we are extending our Hoshin Kanri with new tools, that is something that we kept on. One of the most important differences is the one that I highlighted with my question to Michela, is the fact that we have a system in order to handle the OBEIA itself. So we have some meta key performance indicator that allow us not only to monitor the activities that we carry on, but in order also to monitor how we monitor and do it. This also was enabled by the fact that during the COVID period, we had to convert all our board in digital board. And so now, thanks to Shravan, that is here among the audience, we have been able to create some automatism in order to see what is late, how much it is late, what is early, what are the goals. And so these are the kind of meta informations that allow us direct better our Hoshin Kanri initiative.
Okay, I have some question from the audience. I think this one you have just answered. That is, can you explain how the strategy progress is followed in the management system? That is what you have just said. And there is another question that is, what were the biggest challenges in getting this done in the company across all areas and levels?
Well, one is related to the fact that if it is just part of the information of a team, ahead of the company team, then the initiative is way weaker. And that is why we have this obey in such an open space. Because we do not want that there are doors preventing people to come here and look at the boards. So I know that better than in the past, the tactical team meet here and watch not only their own tactic, but also the others. And here we have several people from any area of the factory that maybe have not been involved yet in coming here and understanding what's going on for the future. But I also expect that this initiative allow them to be more curious and not shy and come here with their team leader and see what we plan for our future. And of course, I will.
Okay, I have also a comment, not a question. I read it. Looks like an Obeya room, but I would like to think about it as a Hoshin Kanri room. Great idea to put not only the Hoshin Kanri of the organization, but also the improvement corners in the same place. So it's something that I wanted to read for you. And I have a question also for Mauro and Michela, because they have a shorter story than you. And from your point of view, not from the point of view of the CEO, but from the point of view of you, Mauro, that is you are managing the organization and people and development people and so on. Well, what did you learn from this transformation?
I had the possibility to see that the structure that we built with your help and the work of Michela give us the possibility to have a top-down alignment and an engagement from the top management. That is the point that was not present in the past. And so with the structure and with the interconnection between all the projects that we have on our boards, I saw that our top management start to understand that their work, it's not only the everyday work, but they have to spend hours and hours here with their people to align the goal that they have to achieve. And so the Hoshin Kanri is not something ancillary. They have to spend maybe 2 hours per month here looking at their KPIs or their project, but they have to spend here a lot of money with their people and see what is going on in the entire organization. I don't know if I want to add something.
I don't have a long story in FPC, but I think that the main thing that keep the team united in the development of project is the understanding why we are doing such thing. So I think that the journey of the purpose is really the key for build up this open space and obedience.
Okay, I have another question related also for you two guys. What, from your point of view, and not from the point of view of Sergio, were the most difficult part to remove in order to achieve these results? Then I have another question from the audience.
If I can start, I noticed the first biggest problem was to make tangible and real what is our purpose. And as mentioned before by Michela, was during the period when Sergio set the strategies the goal for the next year, and then understand with the top management where and how they can give a contribution, direct contribution to the goal that Sergio set for the company. And during this phase, we had a lot of difficulties to make understandable to the top management what we have to do. And so we worked a lot with the top management to understand the project and their contribution, direct contribution. And then we, with you, Matteo, and Michele, and Sergio, we take all the contribution from the top management, and we regave a shape to all the thought that we get from them. And then we find alignment with all the team that not only bring to the table their thought, but they had to work with their people and bring the ideas of all the organization to that table. And so this was for me, in my opinion, the difficult moment, the most difficult moment that we faced.
Michela, for you, I have a different question that is from the audience. The Gantt chart appear like something rigid, pre-planned, but certainly you had mechanisms or forums to look at that and adapt to surprises, learnings, necessary changes to the projects and the interdependencies. I think they are asking you to explain what you have just above your head in so the mechanism of meetings and so on.
Okay, so we have different meeting where with different teams we look at the project and the timeline, obviously. So we have some some meeting at the Hoshin team, where in one of these we talk about the next step in every project, and in the other meeting we can focus on the KPI and the timeline expresses in the Gantt. The same framework is then applied also in the tactic teams, that is the low level of this. And weekly we have also some meeting with the operational team, where we like to use we call that a Kaizen board in Teams, where we put every project related to continuous improvement that are deployed from this macro project here.
Okay, I have a last question for Sergio. That is from the audience. Did you have any turnover because individuals didn't like the changes?
Yeah, of course. Yes. It is not like that. It is not that a person say, I don't like the system and so I quit, or you don't like the system and so you have to leave. But of course, all over the time, we have been able to see who was better in bringing these kind of tools in the daily routine, who were making it very, very cosmetic, and in fact, they were preventing it to succeed. And also, we valued the approach of those people that were not really fitting this system, but listen, I am leading my role. I will use
5 seconds.
And I will have my guys. The time is over.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sergio.
Thank
you,
you.
guys. Thank you, Mauro.
Sergio, Matteo, ciao. Ciao to the Italian team there. Bye.
Ciao. Ciao, ciao.